evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants, and of course, I'm your host, your YouTube messiah, and often imitated, never duplicated superstar Tim Vicious, and gonna go over Raw this week. Was in Greensville, South Carolina, and well, before we get into this week's show, let's get into the big news first. Big releases that WWE has officially let go and cut loose the Ascension, Sin Cara, and Luke Harper, which, honestly, the only regret I can honestly say out of all that was I really wish we had more of a chance to see Luke Harper shine. He is such an amazing talent. But it sucks. Hopefully Brody Lee winds up appearing somewhere else and winds up going to show, you know what? You guys had a chance with me. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to become a fucking star. So, either way. Other than that, big news that also did get announced. Dave Bautista and the NWO are going into the WWE Hall of Fame this year. And I could be wrong, but I think this is the first time they've ever announced a Hall of Fame induction this early. So, but big ups to Dave. You know, the man had a stellar career, definitely earned it. I've been a huge Batista fan, you know, since he, you know, can't say when he was Deacon, because just like that I was like, ugh. But, you know, once he got into Evolution and then he started to go on his own, it was like, yeah, I like this. This is a bad motherfucker. This motherfucker can go, damn. You know? But as far as the NWO, it's going to be Hogan, Hall, Nash, and Syxx going in. And some people were, I don't know if they were starting a pod or just being little smarky McSmarkertons and looking for a reason to complain, but some of them were getting mad and saying, oh, well, this person was in the NWO before Pac. They should go in. This one was. This one was. Hit the brakes, fuck knuckles. Let's just think about this for a minute. Yes, people will say DiBiase, Vincent, and Miss Elizabeth, those three in particular, all got into the NWO before Syxx got in. But, let me ask you this. Who do you remember being in the NWO more? Who's gonna, or not even you should say, let's say the casual wrestling fan, the one that grew up watching wrestling and sees it on and off now. You know? Who do you think they're going to remember more was in the NWO? Syxx or DiBiase? Syxx or Vincent? Syxx or Elizabeth? Because I guarantee they're going to remember Syxx a hell of a lot more. He made more of an impact being in the NWO than they did. You know? He pretty much has founding father status because of the impact he had. You know? So, either way, big ups, congrats to them on that. Now, let's get into last week's build-up with the SmackDown Rewind. Big thing that they built now, it's official. The Miz is going to go against Bray Wyatt for the Universal title. And you heard that right, Miz versus Bray Wyatt. Not The Fiend, but Bray, which, you think about it, it makes sense because Bray Wyatt is in this really great character right now with being this happy Mr. Rogers psycho killer dude, you know, on TV, and when he comes out on TV, when he comes out in the ring, he's the Fiend. Either way, you know, now it's like it's a split personality character almost, if you will. And excuse me, we've seen a couple run-ins with the Fiend already with one personality. Now we're going to see the other one with Bray Wyatt, and it also helps out in the long run because let's just say for the hell of it, we get Miz versus Bray. It's a 5 to 10 minute show, no big. You know, next thing you know, about a half hour later into the show, you get Daniel Bryan cut a scathing promo, coming out saying he wants the Universal title shot. He's willing to let him in, this, that, and the other. Next thing you know, boom, out comes The Fiend. So you get 2 different style of matches now via that. Just saying, food for thought. Other than that, other big things really building up between Lacey Evans and Sasha Banks for a feud, you know, and anyone who knows, yes, I have been around female Marines, and you know, you don't want to piss them off. They are a species all on their own, and God help you if you make them bleed. Whew. That's all I'm going to leave that at. Yeah, don't want to piss off them Wookiees. So, also, Revival, New Day, tag title match coming up at TLC, and it's been officially announced Roman Reigns, Baron Corbin in a TLC match. So we're going to be getting a shitload of that with it. Big thing that happened on that last week, Corbin handcuffed Reigns to the ring post and then smeared dog food all over him. You know, so yeah, they're building up, and I got to tell you, I don't like Corbin one bit. But my God, this build-up is actually kind of good. It's growing on me, you know? I'm like, yeah, I can dig this. This is good, you know? So I'm digging it. Now, with that said, let's get into this week's show. Starts off with the divorce court. We finally are getting the official divorce of Rusev and Lana. Unfortunately, now's not the time when I can make my move against Lana because she's with Bobby Lashley, so it's like, yeah. A guy can still dream, though. So, and of all people, they got Jerry Lawler out there, who I'm pretty sure has got more ex-wives than Ric Flair, and also he's round up more children to hook up with than I'm sure Ric Flair has. But we'll save that debate for another day. Either way, they come out, they do the whole divorce bit, this, that, and the other. Lana signs the papers, and then just as Rusev's about to say, I'll sign them, but I want something first. I want your boyfriend, Bobby Lashley. And next thing you know, Lashley comes out, Rusev says you got a match, sign the paper, next thing you know, boom. Lashley slams his head into there, big brawls, breakup, you know. So then it's announced them two are going to wind up getting, I believe they said it was a tables match, could be a little wrong, or not a little, I could be wrong. So either way, got that coming up. Now also, with that said, let's get into, well, before we get into that, big segment that occurred during part of the show. KO looking for the AOP after the beatdown they got last week. He goes looking around, eventually winds up finding them, gets the shit kicked out of him, only to find out that, of course, it was me, Owens! It was me all along! It was Seth. He really was teaming up with them because, and the promo he cut made so much damn sense. And, you know, I've made this argument before. A great villain, honestly, doesn't see themselves in the wrong. They see themselves as doing a greater good than the good guy is. You know? So, Seth came out, cut a promo after Owens got beat down, saying on how he did everything possible for the show, for the brand. He went after Brock twice to get the Universal title and brought it back. And when he did, everyone booed and hissed and scalded him. He did everything. He gave them everything, and they just shit on him. They spit in his face. And he basically told them all, screw you all. You don't like it. I'm not dealing with this no more. I'm going to go with the people who do understand. You want to make a difference, you got to pound it out of it. And I'm going with the AOP. So, there you go. So now we got that. Now let's get into the first match of the night. It is Matt Hardy going up against Drew McIntyre. And, well, before the match, Drew had a few lovely words for Matt, congratulating him and his wife Rebby for having their third son, which, honestly, given who Matt Hardy's married to, I'm surprised they only got 3. I mean, whew, Rebby, yeah, enough of a reason to want to need the hard pills. Whew. Either way though, Drew had some very scaling words to Matt to say on that. Matt wound up taking the fight to Drew, hit him with a twist of fate outside during a break, came back. Matt really taking it to him like, you know, like a pissed off dad would. But Drew, you know, Matt gave him an opening, Drew capitalized on it, and Drew closed the match. It was a fairly quick one. Yeah, they're building Drew to be this dominant monster. So, he got the win with the Claymore, 1, 2, 3, that was it. Next up, we get the Raiders coming out, issuing an open challenge to everyone, an open tag team challenge, and we get the Street Profits coming out. So we got, it was a fast start for the Profits, you know, it was hard hitting. I'm not going to lie, albeit it was a little short-ish for my personal taste, but, you know, to each their own, you know. It was fairly okay. Came to an end when the Raiders hit the Experience to Montez Ford and got the 1, 2, 3. My guess is we're going to wind up getting them 2 again at TLC. If nothing's not announced, then nah. Okay, I can wait. Either way, next up we got Matt impromptu match, or sorry, not impromptu. Damn it, botch. We got one-on-one match. Aleister Black going against Akira Tozawa, and as Black's coming down, they announce Black versus Buddy Murphy at TLC. Thank you. I don't know who did it. Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Gandhi, Vishnu, whoever. Thank you. Somebody did. But either way, Black pretty much, he slowed down the match, very much so in a nice methodical way. Took out Tozawa, hit him with the Black Mass, 1, 2, 3, yeah. It was just as what you would expect. What you expected it to be. Next up we got Andrade going against Humberto Carrilo. And this came to be because Humberto, he was getting interviewed by Charlie Caruso. And then next thing you know, Andrade and Zelina came out. They started spitting some words, and I really got to get a Rosetta Stone or something, man, and brush up on some Spanish so I can understand all them better. But apparently that led to an impromptu match, whatever they were saying. And, you know, Andrade, nice, real aggressive. He was leading after the break. Humberto, he had his shot in. He was shining. You know, and I said it before, this cat, Humberto, I definitely see him being a solid worker and being a guy that's going to be on Raw for a good bit. You know, the match came to an end with Humberto doing a quick roll-up on Andrade. After, when Andrade hit the ropes, Zelina was on the apron, hit her, knocked her down by accident, and yeah. Got the 1, 2, 3. Next thing you know, as Humberto's leaving, you see Andrade and Zelina arguing back and forth in the middle of the ring. Hopefully that does not lead to them two breaking up, because as much as I love Andrade, you know, it's fairly obvious why they paired Zelina with him, because the whole language barrier thing, so yeah. Now, next matchup we got, it is Zack Ryder versus Buddy Murphy, and that Buddy Murphy just pretty much took it to Ryder. You know, Zack, he was leading right up until when Murphy got tossed outside. He threw a shot at Hawkins, Next thing you know, Ryder came out to go get at him and check on Curt. Murphy got in, capitalized on the quick moment to catch his breath, caught him with a high knee, and then boom, hit him with a Murphy's Law 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Black's being built up to look good. Murphy's being built up to look good. I can honestly care less who wins because this is just so looking to so be good. Next up, we got another 2-on-1 handicap match. This time, Becky going against my future third ex-wife, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. And Asuka and Kairi, they took it to Becky in a really nice, well-done way. Very much so in the same kind of way like they did last week with the handicap match. And I've always been very fickle about handicap matches because you do handicap matches, you know, if the person who has the handicap wins, what the hell does that say about the tag team, you know? Saying that you're so shitty you lost to one person. So, yeah, the handicap match has got to make, you know, that's just my personal take on it. But either way, nice, yeah, they had a really nice 2-on-1 psychology way of doing it. When handicap matches are done right, they are really good, and this was really good. I highly recommend catching this match if you did not. You know, really dug the shit out of it. And match came to an end. Becky did get the win. However, it was done in a way that makes sense psychology-wise, because while they've been kicking the crap out of her, Becky, she got her shots in, she got her licks in, but at one point, Asuka just basically said, screw it, grabbed a chair, and started taking it to Becky. After that, they put up a table, and then Kairi hit her with the insane elbow onto the table, and then in the back, you see Charlotte like, so, it go well for you? Yeah? Okay. And then went on her way. Then you see Asuka and Kairi beat the shit out of Charlotte and then say, we challenge you to challenge us. And then, so yeah, now we're going to have Becky and Charlotte go against Asuka and Kairi in a TLC tag title match. So, I really hope Asuka and Kairi win. That's all I'm saying. Next up, we got Erick Rowan doing another squash match against a jobber. This guy didn't even get a name. That's a damn shame. But he did die in a very elegant and great manner because the second the bell rang, he slid out of the ring, grabbed Rowan's box, the whole "what's in the box" thing, grabbed it, took it all the way up to the entryway. Rowan chased after it. Next thing you know, he ran all the way back down and got back into the ring, looking to score a quick count-out win. That did not work. Now, I will say this. For that trick alone, that made that match. That's what made that match right there. Rowan killed the guy, pretty much, giving him 3 Iron Claw choke slams to the point where the ref called for referee stoppage in the match, and then he decided to give him one more for good measure. Yeah. You know, at this point, I kind of want to know what's in it, but at the same time, I'm also like, you know, I'm kind of scared to even, like, question what's in there, because could it be like one of those little fuzzy gremlin looking things from the Dark Crystal or what? But yeah. Now we come to the main event of the night. AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio US title rematch. Really good fast-paced opener. AJ was pretty much leading the match, really dug it. The Good Brothers, they were out there. They did not run interference in attacking Rey, but they did go and provide impromptu assistance at the right time, such as when AJ was perched on the middle rope and Rey was about to go and hit a 619. Luke Gallows valiantly, in a true good brother fashion, jumped in top of AJ to take the 619 for him. And then Carl Anderson got on the apron. Ray clipped him with an enziguri. And then, just as AJ was about to secure the win with a Styles Clash, out comes Randy Orton right behind. He sees Randy Orton, creeps around. Randy just looks at him, wink, and then slides out like, I didn't touch him. I didn't touch him. And then Ray with a quick inside cradle. 1, 2, 3. Then, just as you hear, here's your winner and still United States champion. Boom. The show ended. They cut that to the fucking wire. You know, they cut this ending to the fucking wire. And you even heard, I don't know if it was a ref, a cameraman, or somebody say, hey, come on, finish this up. We only got 3 minutes left. I heard it. I don't know if anyone else did, but I know I did. If you see, you know, somebody else watch this match to make sure I'm not crazier and imagining I'm hearing things. You know, so either way, that is it, folks, for this week's show. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes. Make sure y'all look for me on the Twitter, Tim Vicious. Do also got that Facebook gimmick, Tim Ash. If you're going to look for me on the Facebook gimmick, let me know you found me on there from here on my Twitter. Hit me up on my Twitter and let me know you found me on there so I don't think got Creep John going. Also, folks, big ups to contributor to the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. It's a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a whole lot of scantily clad women wearing a little bit of nothing. And make sure y'all check them out. Seriously, they got their 2020 DVD calendar up, and that's all I'm going to say. Big ups to executive producer Ali Rewind Ben, who provided the music for this week's show. Make sure y'all check it out. It's on iTunes, Spotify, and such. Details are down below. Also, you want one of these sweet Ali Rewind shirts, hit me up and I'll talk to the man for you. Show him some love and support. Also, if you're on that Facebook gimmick, make sure y'all look for him on there too, as Hie Enriquez. And folks, make sure y'all check out these cool ass cats right here on the Twitter. Axel Mulligan, Kenny Killer, DSB_IV, Diabolica RA, Sergeant Curry Pants, Dazzy MWP, and my homeboy Zeke, who helps make sure my heart don't explode each week. TSUNDERE_ZEE. And folks, like I always tell y'all, you love me great, you hate me. Fuck you.